My wife ignored my messages all day. At 11 p.m., she finally came home and smirked. You know what happened? I had a one-night stand with my boss and I do it again. I just nodded and finished my meal in silence. The next morning, when she woke up expecting coffee in bed, my phone stayed dark all day. I sent 3 texts. Hey, everything okay? At noon. Are you coming home for dinner? At 6. Plus check in at 9. None of them delivered a blue read receipt. Just blank space. I sat at the kitchen table. The clock ticked aggressively. 10:45 p.m. 10:55 p.m. At exactly 11 p.m., the front door unlocked. Sarah walked in. Her hair was slightly damp, her makeup freshly reapplied, but missing her eyeliner. She didn't look tired. She looked alive. High on adrenaline. She walked into the kitchen, tossed her keys on the counter, and looked at me. I was eating a cold plate of chicken and rice. She smirked. It was a cruel, curving line that distorted the face of the woman I had loved for 6 years. You know what happened? She said, her voice dripping with an eerie pride. I had a one-night stand with my boss, and honestly, I'd do it again. She stood there waiting. She wanted to scream. She wanted tears. She wanted me to smash my plate against the wall so she could call me unstable and justify her cruelty. I looked up from my plate. My heart pounded in my throat, but my face remained a mask of pure stone. I just nodded. I took another bite of my food. Chewed slowly, swallowed. I didn't say a single word. Sarah's smirk flickered. Confusion crossed her eyes, followed by a flash of annoyance. She scoffed, turned on her heel, and marched upstairs to the bedroom, slamming the door. I finished my meal in absolute silence. Then I went to work. Sarah didn't know that my silence wasn't shock. It was calculation. For the past 4 months, I had suspected something. I am a forensic accountant by trade. Peeling back layers of hidden data is what I do for a living. I hadn't just been sitting home twiddling my thumbs. I had already spent weeks quietly uncovering things she thought were deeply buried. She thought her boss, the regional VP, was her golden ticket. She didn't know he was also a married man whose wife's family funded his entire lifestyle and corporate career. I spent the next 6 hours in my home office. I compiled the final pieces. The hotel receipts from her business trips paid on our joint card. The text logs I had legally recovered through our shared cloud link. The signed affidavits of her corporate expense fraud, where she had been inflating. Her travel receipts to kick back money to his personal account.